Already in?
No, I am.
Yeah, I can do this for a living. Don't worry.
I'm not worried because nobody was out here. So that's what it
子供に遊ばしちゃった。
ナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツ。 何万打仏何万打仏何万打仏
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
Glad to see you here. Same too. Go Bears. Okay, my name is Willie, and I'm to be the chair this morning. And glasses off, I can't read this thing. So this is our Dharma family service and Honko service. This is one of the most important services of the year for us Jodo Shinshu Buddhists. And it's an opportunity for us to remember and have gratitude for the life and teachings of our founder, Shinran Shonin. So to begin with, we'll have a moment of quiet sitting. Reverend Kuwahara will strike the bell and we'll sit for 1 or 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then he'll strike the bell again and we'll continue with the service. Okay.
ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナモアミダ仏ナマンダ仏ナマンダ仏ナマンダ仏ナマンダ仏ナマンダ仏ナマンダ仏
So Reverend Kuhara will now chant Shoshinge with Wasan, which is on page 33 of the purple service book. Page 33.
Yeah, thank you, Willie. So, yeah, today we are going to chant Shoshinge. You can find a brief explanation on page 31, 32, and then actual chanting portion starts on page 33. Yeah. Then, of course, you are welcome to join sutra chanting, and then you can follow this middle part of each page. And then this is a sort of a musical note. And then this sutra chanting begins with D sound. If you go to page 21, this is the kind of rules of a musical note in this sutra chanting book. So the first half of the Shoshinge D sound, and then almost every fourth line, the pitch goes down. And then the second half of the Shoshinge starts from page 45. So from page 45, you see the kind of horizontal bar goes a little bit higher and then says G. And then from this part, in this part, the key goes up to, G from D. Okay. And then page 48 is the end of Shoshinge. And then from page 49, we have like a Nembutsu saying Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. And then Wasan Japanese hymn in between. There are 6 hymns in total. Okay. And then the first 2 pitch is D. And then third, fourth, the pitch goes up to a little bit higher to E. And then the fifth, sixth, the last part, pitch goes up to A. I know this is a little bit high, but don't worry. Yeah. And then the last part is page 63 is echo. Echo. Yeah. So, I hope you can join and enjoy this sutra chanting. And then usually the total whole chanting will be maybe 12 to 15 minutes. Okay. Hi. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Shigi ko hozo bosatsu in niji zai se ji zai o busho token sho butsu jodo in kokudo ninden shizen ma konryu mujo shushogan 長発慶右大具勢五行私有師小樹十世名称文実法不法無量無変更無下無体公園の少女歓喜知恵公普段難事無所公超日学校精進説一切群上無交渉本願名号少女語死心信行願に上等学書大涅槃必死滅度願成就如来所以公出世唯説弥陀本願会五辱悪事群上会往生如来如実言納発一年喜愛心普段本の特涅槃文上逆法再永入入手死入会一味摂取信仰上昇後意の水波無明は頓内心臓死運無上不真実新人天非如に古不運無運無しげ妙無安逆心謙虚大狂気即応超絶合悪種
一切全幕本部人門神如来偶勢願仏言広大小下者善人名踏んだりけみだ仏本願念仏邪見教満なく衆生信行十字人人難南中市南昔インド祭天子論下中華自治域史構想現代小公聖書意妙如来本税大き釈迦如来両河線一種合妙難天竺龍樹大寺出頭世質の財派有無権先絶大乗無情報召喚議事小安楽賢治南行六六信行異行指導楽億年弥陀仏本願次年即時入筆上唯の上昇如来語お法大悲偶勢音天神菩薩増論説奇妙無下光如来永主たら見真実光線の頂大誓願こういう本願力へこう移動群上昇一心記入功徳大崩壊筆逆入大へ収集特使蓮華造世界即昇信如法精進有本の輪現人図入生寺恩寺用下本師鈍乱両天使上高乱消防殺来三蔵ルシ十条教凡上専業気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見誓願大言ねこゆたり少女死因唯信心枠前本部新人没承知生じ即年半必死無量光明道小宇上回復家道者継承道難所唯明浄土活入万全自力変言種円満特語感染症三不三心軽音言増末放滅道品一生増悪地偶勢死安如外小妙感全道独妙武将意公愛上三陽逆悪公明明語見人念開入本願第一回行者少女今後心狂気一年相応語用意大等逆三人即小法小四上楽原神公開一大教返帰安養観日祭先祖終身反戦人法華二道小弁流極十悪人唯小仏 が薬剤非摂取中煩悩証言水不見大非無見上昇が本資源空明仏教連民全幕本部に新宗教書後編集戦弱本願具悪性現来生自臨伝下決地義上位少子即入弱上無意楽必地新人異能入愚教大自修士等上祭無変極上悪道族自主愚道心有意化心し高僧説アモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダ なき南寺意義を奇妙せよ。ナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナショウジョウコウミョウならびなしぐしこうのゆえなれば一切のごけものぞこりぬひきょうえを奇妙せよ。ナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナモアミダンブナブコウセウエウ最大一公園の部と名付けたり三途の国安開くなり大王具を奇妙せよ。がんにしくどく平等せ一切道発菩大心おうじょうあんな
along with the Gatha Ondo Kusan 2, which is on page 220 of the Purple Service Book. And then please remain standing for the reading of the Golden Chain 2. いても
べし
Okay, so will you please recite the Golden Chain 2, which is on page 15 of the Purple Service book? Okay, Golden Chain 2. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now depends not on my future, also my every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love becomes bright and strong, and we all in perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Das. Namo Das. Okay. Oh, you may be. Oh, you're seated. Okay. So we'll now have a children's Dharma talk by Reverend Kohara.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Did you notice I'm missing something? Oh, not this one. Nenju, yeah. Yeah, after hitting a kansho, and then I was about to, enter the onaijin, and then, so, the two-string long one. Yeah, so, but, yeah, I have a couple extra in my office, but nothing in that, waiting room, so I feel bad. But, kind of, shikata can be helped. This is a, sign of kind of proof of impermanence. Right? Okay, so, yoisho. Okay, 大丈夫かな? Okay, and then another thing. Again, thank you very much for attending today's service. As Willie, chairperson today, mentioned, it's a Honko service. So I am going to talk about Jodo Shinshu teaching. So what's this? Temple. Our temple, Berkeley Buddhist temple. I took this picture. Right? Oh, 間違えた。はい。So what kind of Buddhism? Buddhism is Berkeley Buddhist temple. So today, my message for Dharma School students, kind of quiz. Of course, adults, you can join and answer. Right? So number one, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. And then number two, Tibetan Buddhism. Number three, Zen Buddhism. So, yes. Thank you, Hansen. Arigato. Yes, you're correct. So our temple, Berkeley Buddhist Temple, belongs to the teaching called Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, which is a part of Japanese Buddhist, Pure Land Buddhist tradition. Okay. And then, so this Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, who started? So this is the second question. So number one, Thich Nhat Hanh. Number two, Dalai Lama. Number three, Shinran Shonin. So people who think number one. Number two. Number three. ありがとうございます. Thank you very much. Yeah, so Dharma school teachers, you did a great job, right? So this school, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, founded by Shinran Shonin. So Shinran is his name. And then Shonin, yeah, so this is very interesting experience, what kind of story I heard. So in the US, first name comes first, and then family name, last name comes second, right? So I heard, okay, sensei, so Shinran Shonin, so Shonin is his family name. No, Shonin is kind of title, like a venerable Shinran. So that's why I put this, Shonin is a word, so like a venerable Shinran. Shinran Shonin. Shonin is a Japanese word showing like respect to this person. Okay, so then Shinran Shonin, he was born May 21st, 1173. And then he died, he passed away or attained birth in the Pure Land, January 16th, 1263. So today we are observing Ho-onko service, which is a Japanese word meaning like an annual memorial service for Shinran Shonin. So in Japan, we have a 1 week like a Ho-onko service. It's not just a 1 day memorial service, kind of whole 1 day. We have special service at the Honganji, our mother temple in Kyoto. So then the next question is, question number 3. What is a special service to celebrate Shinran Shonin's birthday? So today we are having a memorial service for Shinran Shonin. So what is my celebration of Shinran Shonin's birth? Number 1, Gotae. Number 2, Obon. Okay, number 3, Nirvana Day service. I think most people, are number 1. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。So the celebration is Gotae service. So usually our temple have a Gotae service Sunday close to May 21st. But usually the Sunday is also close to bazaar. So usually we have a Gotae service Sunday after bazaar. So people usually kind of really tired. But anyway, so this is Gotae service. And then how about the Obon? So Obon is a kind of annual memorial service to remember our ancestors. And then that time we have a Bon dance. And then, what is Nirvana Day? So Nirvana Day is Shakyamuni Buddha's memorial day on February 15th. So Shinran Shonin, so how long did he live? He was born 1173, and then he passed away 1263. How old was he? 90. ありがとうございます. He lived a 90-year-old life. So this is medieval Japan, 12th, 13th century. It is amazing to live that long. Most people died before age 50, right? So he lived really long. So maybe if you follow the Jodo Shinshu teaching, you can live long, maybe. I don't know. ごめんなさい。やってしまった。Sorry. So maybe battery is out. So Shinran Shonin, he became a Buddhist monk. And then at what age? Number 1, age 29. Number 2, age 9. And then number 3, age 51. Okay. I already showed the answer. ごめんなさい. Yeah. I think the battery is out. Something's wrong. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. So anybody age 9 years old here? Oh, thank you. So you go to Mount Hiei and then become a Buddhist monk. That's when Shinran Shonin, he became a Buddhist monk. It's amazing. So, by the way, age 29, he encountered the teaching of Amida Buddha. He encountered the teaching of Nembutsu. And then age 51 has nothing to do with Shinran Shonin. Yesterday was my birthday. And then I became age 51, so that's why I put this number. ありがとうございます。Happy birthday to me. Oh, thank you. And then, so becoming a Buddhist monk, age 9, and then the rest of his life, he lived as a Buddhist, and then he devoted his life to spread the teaching of certain Buddha. What kind of a Buddha? So number 1, Amida Buddha. And then number 2, can you pronounce this? Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara, or maybe Kannon. Or, do you know this Buddha? Number 3, Vairochana. And then, several years ago, BBT Dharma school, we had a Japan trip. And then that time we went to Nara. And then this is a Nara, huge, a Buddha statue. You can tell how big this statue is. Those are the kind of humans clean up the, Buddha statue. So this is a Vairochana Buddha. So Shinran Shonin, he spent his whole life to spread the teaching of Amida Buddha. Why? Because this Buddha was special. How special? So this Buddha is always thinking of each of us. And then this Buddha always provides us a guidance, spiritual guidance, wisdom and compassion. And then this Buddha always loves us just as we are, no matter who we are, where we are, and whenever it is. So that's why Shinran Shonin thought, this Buddha is special. So I need to spread the teaching, compassion, wisdom, guidance of this Buddha. So that's why he spent all his life to spread the teaching of this Buddha. And then this is the last question today. So this Buddha has a big heart, working so hard. So when we receive something from somebody, then we say something, like a thank you. So in the same way, our tradition, we say something to respond to this Buddha. What do we say? Hi. What do we say? Hi. Yes. Namo Amida Butsu. Hi. So we say Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. It's kind of our response, or kind of showing our acceptance or appreciation of what we are receiving from this Buddha. Guidance, love, compassion, wisdom. So that's we say Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So to spread this Buddha's teaching, Shinran Shonin, he spent all his life. So today, this is a Honko service today. I kind of introduced Shinran Shonin's teaching using this quiz. ありがとうございます. Thank you very much. So to conclude my Dharma message, I'd like to do a gassho. So please put your hands together in gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 ありがとうございました。Thank you.
So thank you, Sensei, for your wonderful message. So please rise if you can and follow along with the Gatha, How Sweetly the Lotus Grows on page 183. Please rise. 183. Okay, one more time. 1 or 2. Please be seated. When it comes to singing, they always ask me to sing tenor. 15 miles away. Okay, so I'd like now to welcome some guests, new guests here. Is Maria, if you could stand and, hi Maria, welcome. Welcome. Where are you from, Maria? I'm from Oakland. Oakland, welcome. Okay. And then I have, there are 4 people here. Cohen, Imaya, Aya, and Jan. Right down here. Welcome. Where are you from?
Richmond, El Segundo, San Francisco.
All right. Welcome. Then Dwan? Dwan, back there. Dwan. And where are you from?
Boston.
Where?
Boston.
You mean Boston? No, kidding. Boston, welcome. Wow, welcome. Then, if I'm saying this right, Israel? Hi. And where are you from? Alameda. Okay, welcome. Okay, so now I'm going to read the announcements. Satsuki Bazaar team is recruiting. They need some help. They're looking for volunteers and co-chairs to help them with our 2026 Bazaar, which is on May 17th, and to make this magic happen. So it's a great team of people, and we want you to join. If you are interested, reach out to Karen Kato at our website, which is, okay. Berkeley Buddhist New Year's celebration. Next Sunday, January 18th, after service, we'll be celebrating New Year in Mochizuki, taiko performance, and bounce house for children, adults too. Can't we join? Okay. So please arrive during the period to take advantage of the JSC parking lot for Sunday service. Okay, on Wednesday, January 21st at 7 p.m., we'll have online meditation and discussion. Sign-up link is on our website. And there's the BBT Dharma, which is a monthly online study session. So that'll be Thursday, January 29th at 6:30 p.m., and the topic is death. Sign up and it's on our website. Finally, College Welcome Night, Friday 6th at 6 p.m. This is an in-person event to welcome college students to the temple. There will be a short service, an icebreaker, and activities led by the Berkeley Nikkei Student Union, and dinner. Hope you can join us. Sign up is on our website, and it's included on our weekly email. Okay, so do you have any?
Hi, good morning, everybody. I have an announcement to make on behalf of the Collective Counterpoint. Collective Counterpoint is an organization that many of you have known or met Ko Yamakawa. He's our taiko instructor, and he is part of a musical group that is called the Collective Counterpoint, which is also says, fiscally sponsored by the affiliate of Intermusic San Francisco, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to small ensemble music in the Bay Area. The collective at Counterpoint is planning a major concert on March 21st, but in preparation for that, they're doing a variety of pop-up musical events. One of them will be hosted here on Saturday, January 24th from 2 to 4:30 p.m. They're calling it Duality, an immersive experience featuring a quartet recital and a beginner taiko class. So the string quartet and also a shakuhachi flute player will be playing here in the Hondo, and then there will be a beginner taiko class in the social hall. This is a fundraising for their big concert, so they are asking for registration. So there is a QR code on this poster. Registration is $10 or $15 at the door. However, since it's being hosted here at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple, we have free tickets offered for 20 of our Berkeley Buddhist Temple members. So if you're interested, please let me know or the temple office know so that we can give your names to them in preparation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara. I use she, her pronouns, and actually just to add on to Karen's announcement, the proceeds are going to the Kakehashi project that they're putting together, which is an instrument piece about the Japanese American incarceration during World War II. So yeah, just wanted to add that a little bit. It's a pretty cool project. So. All right, and then I have one more announcement. This is a collaboration with other Japanese American organizations in the East Bay, like JSEI, Nikkei Student Union at UC Berkeley, JAWA USP, Japanese American Women Alumni Association. And so we are putting together Connecting Across Generations, conversations and career exploration on February 7th at 3 p.m. And so it's just an opportunity, and it'll be right here at the Jodo Shinshu Center on Durant. And so this is just a kind of an opportunity for us to connect across all careers and also at all stages of careers, and just kind of exploring our journey and how to get there or how we got there. And yeah, so it'll be an interesting event, and there'll be some light refreshments provided as well. So thank you.
Thank you. Dharma School kids, I'm about to dismiss you, but I have a question. What time do you go to the dentist? What time? Oh, you know it. Why 2:30? Tooth hurty. Very good. Okay, a famous person said, a day's wasted if you don't have laughter. So I just wanted to make your day not be wasted. So now we're going to have to dismiss the Dharma School children. So come up and show. Oh, we're now having adult talk. Lost it.
はい、ありがとうございます。Thank you. No. No, it's okay, it's okay. Thank you, really. It is always nice, good to have so many children. Yeah. So look at this space. Whole section got empty. Yeah. Yeah, they are kind of future Buddhists, future Buddhas. Yeah. So I would like to begin my Dharma message for adult reading this passage as usual. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. How to listen to a Dharma message. I listen as if I were hearing the Dharma for the first time. I listen as if the teaching were spoken just for me. I listen as if this were my last opportunity to hear the Dharma. In Japanese, 弔問の心得。この度のこのご縁は初事と思うべし。この度のこのご縁は我一人のためと思うべし。この度のこのご縁は根性最後と思うべし。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。Yeah, it's kind of strange feeling, gassho without the onenju, like Buddhist beads. We always, carry something in hands. But this is also Jodo Shinshu too. So Jodo Shinshu, wherever we are, whenever it is, we can recite Namami Dabutsu, Namami Dabutsu. That is our practice. So maybe attire or onenju. Thank you, Tara. Onenju, accessories, those accessories. But we do use those accessories. But the bottom line is to recite the Nembutsu or think about the Buddha by receiving the Buddha's voiceless voice or maybe Buddha's compassionate heart. So that's why anybody. So welcome to all means. Even when you don't have a onenju, please come and enjoy our service. So that is kind of universality, universal acceptance of this teaching of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. ありがとうございます。So, as Willie said, Hoonko service, which is the annual memorial service for our founder, Shinran Shonin, or Venerable Shinran, this is the most important and the biggest service. Actually, there is a Hoonko service being observed in Japan, and then Hitomi-san, my wife Hitomi-san, she is in Japan right now, and in Kyoto. And then she posted a couple pictures of Honganji, because she attended the Hoonko service now. And many people come to the Honganji to join the Hoonko service. So today I would like to share this hymn composed by Venerable Shinran as for my quote for Dharma message. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. As we realize Shinjin of vast and majestic virtues through the benefit of unhindered light of Amida Buddha, the ice of our deluded desires and attachment will necessarily melt and eventually become water of enlightenment. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 So today, on this occasion of Hoonko service, I'd like to share a part of Dharma message by Reverend Henry Adams, who, so do you know where the sensei is? I mean, which temple? San Mateo. As of December 31st. And he was transferred to San Noze Betsuin from January 1st. So, like you, my mindset was, Henry Sensei is San Mateo, minister. So January 4th, first Sunday, we have a junior YBA, Young Buddhist Association monthly meeting. And then we kind of, each temple in the Bay Area hosts this meeting, like, in turn. So the January 4th, the host was Sanmado Buddhist Temple. And then after the service here, I took off. I went to the Sanmado Temple, but I was kind of late. So that's why I sent a text message to Henry Adams Sensei. Sensei, gomenasai, I'll be late. And then in his reply, Henry Sensei kindly said, okay, I will forward your text message to the members, because he was already at the San Noze, right? But my mind was still, Henry Sensei was the minister of the San Mateo Buddhist Temple. Yeah. But anyway, so today's message, I partially borrowed or idea from Henry Adams Sensei's message. So Adams Sensei, Henry Sensei, he originally from Minnesota, but somehow he encountered Jodo Shinshu Buddhism in Japan. So he went to Japan to work as a kind of interpreter of a mayor in Miyazaki Prefecture. But somehow he encountered Buddhism. And then in his kind of spiritual, quest, he listened to many Dharma messages by Jodo Shinshu ministers. And then one time he heard a Dharma message, and the minister said this phrase in his Dharma message: in a house full of good people, conflicts never cease. Right? In a house full of good people, conflicts never cease. In Japanese, 善人ばかりの家には争いが絶えない。善人ばかりの家には争いが絶えない。At that time, Reverend Adams, he understood a good person to be someone who clearly knows what is right and always act correctly, right? Because he himself wished to become such a good person, and that was why he began studying Buddhism. This phrase kind of surprised him. So many of us would probably think that in a household full of good people, right, everyone would share right ideas, and then everybody behaves correctly, and then live together in harmony. However, when we reflect on our everyday life, we realize that conflicts often arise precisely because of this idea of being right, being correct, right? So let's think about our everyday life. So for example, differences over small, like a habit, right? Each of us has a kind of big, small habits, right? And then differences over small habits, or how long kids should study, or like approaches to raising children, especially as a parent, or political issues, how to drive a car, or even how food should be seasoned. Right? All those things can easily lead to disagreements or friction and even arguments within family members. Right? So in such moments, most of us believe that we are saying or we are acting, right thing or right act, right? And then at the same time, the other person, he or she also believes their words and actions are correct. Right? So when good people who all believe they are saying, they are doing right things, those people come together, conflict and the argument become almost unavoidable. Right? So this is not limited to families. We can see the same pattern whenever people gather among groups of friends, like within local communities, and then even at the national level. So sadly, it seems that in today's world, conflicts happen more frequently. I believe precisely because so many people believe that they themselves are good people, or think I'm doing the right thing. So the minister who said in a house full of good people, conflicts never cease, he went on and added this phrase. In a house full of bad people, there is always mutual respect. In Japanese, 悪人ばかりの家には、笑顔が絶えない。I kind of slightly changed the English translation. 悪人ばかりの家には笑顔が絶えない。So Reverend Adams, he was also surprised with this statement, right? So what does this bad person, bad people mean here? So in general, bad person, bad people refer to someone who does ethically or morally or legally wrong things, right? Or commit, like a crime. But please consider this phrase as a counterpart to a phrase, a house full of good people, conflicts never cease. In that context, right, what might bad people, bad person mean here? So earlier, the good person, good people refer to someone who believes their own words, their own actions are correct, right, period. And then in contrast here, the bad person is someone who can humbly acknowledge that their actions, words are sometimes mistaken. Not, and then not entirely right, right? So especially from Buddhist perspective, right, our actions, our words are inevitably under the influence of three poisons: greed, anger, ignorance, or stupidity, right? And therefore, actions and words are to some extent imperfect and or far from true correctness. So those who humbly admit their imperfection or imperfection of their actions, words, due to the influence of their three poisons within themselves, they are called bad people. They are called bad person in this context, right? So then, how do such people live, their everyday lives? Sentences, like statements like "I am right, you are wrong," right? Which justify oneself are unlikely to come easily. Right? Instead, they would try to be more responsible or try to be more careful, mindful, attentive to their words, behaviors, right? Because they acknowledge their actions, behaviors are not perfect. They carry some sort of a fault, right? And then I think they would become more open to listening to opinions, especially different from theirs, right? Thinking others may know better, something better than mine. Right? So when such bad people, bad person gather, there would be more respect, more understanding, more harmony rather than conflict. So that's why it is said in a house full of bad people, there is always mutual respect. So Jodo Shinshu is a teaching established by Shinran Shonin. We often speak of Buddhism as if this is just one big teaching. But speaking of Buddhism, as you know, there are many different. Today I show like a Tibetan Buddhism or like a Zen Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu, Theravada. There are many different traditions. If someone asks, what kind of teaching is Jodo Shinshu Buddhism? So this story of good people and then bad people is one example to describe what is Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. So many religions, including many schools of Buddhism, commonly teach or encourage people to do good deeds and then become good person. However, the teaching of Shinran Shonin or Jodo Shinshu Buddhism is a little bit different. So, by honestly or openly acknowledging my own or our own imperfection, and then also influence of the three poisons that I myself carry, or each of you carries. And then we see those reality of who I am, how I live my everyday life in the light of Amida Buddha, in the light of Buddha Dharma. And then, we pay more attention to our actions or our behaviors in our everyday life. Right? By doing so, right, by becoming awareness of who I am, and then paying more attention to what we say, what we do. And then that's how we can gradually change our everyday life. So this is how this teaching changes our way of life, transforms us, or even improves our life. But saying so, admitting our imperfections, fault, is not easy. Right? It is really difficult. Yeah. So today, we had a Shoshinge. ありがとうございます。I really appreciate some of you join the sutra chanting Shoshinge with a loud voice. ありがとうございました。And then maybe I told you a lie. I said 12 to 15 minutes, but I checked the clock, maybe 18 minutes. すいません。But so for example, in the Shoshinge, so today, if you can have a service book here, maybe you can open it. So in the Shoshinge, so this difficulty is described. Page 38. If you can open the page 38. So the last sentence, this page, the bottom of page 38. So here talking about the shinjin, our appreciation, what kind of reflection of ourselves. And it said this most difficult of difficulties, nothing surpasses. So as I said, to admit our own fault, imperfection is not easy thing. So that's why here Shinran Shonin. So this is a part aspect, one character of so-called shinji, to admit our imperfection, our fault. So naturally, this is not an easy thing for many of us. So that's why Shinran Shonin, the most difficult of difficulties. And then, especially when other people point our fault, imperfection, right, and then say those things to us, we usually get upset too, right? But yet, to look carefully at our own lives and then look at ourselves in the light of Buddha Dharma, and to accept who I am, who we are, is truly challenging. So last week, in my Dharma message, I showed you the mirror. And then I asked, why do we use a mirror? We don't use mirror to look at other people. We use a mirror to look at ourselves. And then this phrase too, second sentence says, listen as if the teaching were spoken just for me. Amida Buddha Buddha Dharma always talks about this guy. Each of you, not talking about somebody else. So deeply, humbly listen to the Dharma, and then gradually realize who I am. That's how this is the path, right, by which our stubborn, self-centered selves can genuinely change. So without honestly acknowledging the cause of the issues, and trying to be a good person, it doesn't work in a true sense. So that's why please imagine a world where more people live in this way, like instead of attacking or overpowering others by insisting, I am right, then we would see more respect, more dialogues, cooperation. So I understand there may be issues where agreement is still difficult to reach, right? But at the very least, conflicts would decrease, and then fewer people would suffer, and then they shed tears. So today, I selected this hymn for my quote for my Dharma message. So this is because, as I explained, the kind of change, transformation brought by Buddha Dharma, or kind of self-reflection in the light of Buddha Dharma. The kind of awareness is so-called shinjin in the Japanese term, or in the Jodo Shinshu, tradition. Yeah. Although we kind of go deeper and deeper to look at ourselves, but the kind of deep self-reflection also changes us, or kind of change way of our life, or kind of nurture, develop some sort of virtues in ourselves, right? So I thought this phrase kind of talks about how Buddha Dharma changes us. And then so that's why I thought it's nice to talk about this kind of unique approaches of a good person and a bad person from Jodo Shinshu perspective. So that's why I selected this phrase. So in today's world, so many things are happening and then tensions are all around, right? So teachings like Jodo Shinshu Buddhism are needed more than ever. So I sincerely hope that as many people as possible will encounter and then learn from this teaching and then guidance delivered by Shinran Shonin. So again, thank you very much for attending today's service. This is my Dharma message for this occasion of Honko service. Before I conclude, any comments or question? I know it's really tough to raise a hand, as the first person in the quiet atmosphere. Hi, sensei, yeah, please.
Okay, then what do you do when there are forces that don't follow that, your advice? And how we as Shin Buddhists or Buddhists deal with those who are, in a way, in your words, good. They think they're right, always.
ありがとうございます。Yeah. So that is very, very practical, issue. So maybe the approaches that I introduced more theoretical. It sounds good. But the sensei, as Tanaka sensei pointed out, how about our practical, everyday life? It doesn't follow that kind of good way, of course. But so that's why. So to me, as a Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, how to achieve more peaceful, harmonious world, right? So to me, the answer is to spread the Dharma. So as I said, people think, I know good thing, I will teach you. So please follow me, listen to me, right? So if we have more people kind of forced to change others, that kind of approach always conflict each other. If we look at the history of human beings, this is how we started war. This is how we started killing each other, right? So this approach, I think human history proves doesn't work. So that's why I said, each of us needs to be transformed, changed by the Dharma, right? Not try to change other people. First, we need to change ourselves first, right? So, but again, this is the approach, religious teaching that I think right? I totally understand other people don't, not all people don't agree with that. But as a Buddhist priest, all I can do is maybe just patiently continue, to share this teaching so that more people can encounter it. So today we read the golden chain, but usually we also read the three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life? Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Dharma? Now we hear it, right? So Buddha's teaching, this teaching has existed over 2,500 years since the time of Shakyamuni Buddha, right? But not all people encountered it, right? But I do believe, I'm sure this teaching can bring true harmony, true peace to this world. So that's why my approach as a Buddhist is just kind of try to continuously, patiently share the Dharma so that everybody can reach kind of aha moment of the true value or meaning of the Dharma. So not only me, each of you has a responsibility as a Buddhist too, right? Of course, as a minister, my responsibility is to spread the Dharma. But we have a Sangha, right? Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Why Sangha is part of the three treasures? You are also, treasures too. Why? Because you are also the important kind of person, kind of medium to spread the Dharma to other people, right? If you really enjoy the Dharma, if you really appreciate the Dharma, and then your everyday life, action, speech is totally influenced by the Buddha Dharma, people around you can tell, oh, this person is something different, right? And then your way is a kind of very, very important, powerful tool to spread the Dharma too, right? So that's how Buddha Dharma can also spread to ministers. We verbally kind of spread the Dharma. But as a Buddhist, Sangha members, each of you, you are very important to practically more powerfully spread the Dharma. And then that's how I believe we can spread this wonderful teaching, and then we can see more transformation in the Dharma, by the Dharma in this world, which eventually bringing more peace, harmony, less conflict, fight to this world. So yeah, I know my approach sounds kind of not so effective, for some people kind of negative, but again, if we kind of aggressively try to change other people, then always this kind of conflict happens. So that's kind of my response to Tanaka sensei. ありがとうございました。Yeah, always feel free to ask question. Don't feel kind of I shouldn't. May I ask this question? I'm open to any questions. If I don't know the answer, that's my fault. I should study more. And then come back to you and then provide the answer. I'm sure Buddha Dharma has any kind of all answers, right? If I cannot answer the question to answer to your questions, that's my fault. I should study more. But anyway, ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. So anyway, I would like to conclude my Dharma message here. And then if you have any more questions and then comments, please talk to me at the social hall. Okay. So to conclude my Dharma message for today, I would like to read this passage one more time. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. As we realize changing of vast and majestic virtues through the benefit of the unhindered light of Amida Buddha, the eyes of our deluded desires and attachment will necessarily melt and eventually become water of enlightenment. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Naman Dabutsu. Naman Dabutsu. Okay, so now I'd like to say thank you to all those who have today's service possible. First, today we have a very experienced chairperson. Thank you, Willie, for being a chairperson today. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. And then thank you very much, live streaming team in the back there to spread the Dharma to the world. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. And then thank you, Carrie Tanaka Sensei, for playing a beautiful piano today. ありがとうございました。And then thank you, Dharma School teachers and then Dharma School students here today to learn the Dharma. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. And then lastly, thank you, and ごめんなさい, the people in the social hall are like a Toban January monthly group for preparing the refreshment for us to enjoy after the service. ありがとうございました. Thank you very much. Bradley, you have anything? 大丈夫? Okay. はい. Again, thank you very much, everyone, for being here today to listen to the Dharma. And then I really appreciate people on the YouTube to, and then Facebook to listen to the Dharma. ありがとうございました。Next week, as announced, 新年会 New Year's party. There are a lot of fun. So please come and then enjoy the wonderful New Year's party. Okay. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. はい。